There's not another speaker or any item really that you could throw into the ocean that's going to come out on the other end and be just as good as the day you threw it in. I mean, this thing floated 70 miles over 6 weeks in freezing salt water, and when you get up here and you see how vast and how remote this place is, it gets pretty scary pretty fast. And there's nothing soft about Alaska. This place is the roughest place to live. It was September 2nd, 2023. I had the thought that we were going to go fishing, but it was glass out there, like just glass. And Ray's like, well, let's go beachcombing.
So we got to the beach, we anchored, dinghied in. I hit the beach for my treasures, walking and walking. And then I saw a tackle box or lunch box. So I picked it up and I drug it back to the dinghy all the way to the other end of the beach with all my other loot.
I saw Ray coming back and she dropped everything else. And I'm like, what's that? I said, is that a tackle box? And she goes, no, it's a speaker. I pick it up. I'm like, did you try it? She goes, no.
And Kevin just reached down and the button on it, and it turned on. Blue light straight across the top, and I was like,
I pull out my phone.
He connected with it, Bluetooth, bam. We were listening to Phil Collins, Paper Laid.
And I'm like, this is cool. And we're staking sand and rocks and all sorts of stuff out of that thing. And yeah, I'll never forget that moment. It was amazing.
So we took it home. We cranked it all day long.
When we got back to Anchorage, we had already seen the speaker, and on the backside of it, it had a whole bunch of stickers.
There was a green triangle vessel tag.
And one day I went to the fishing game office and I had the picture of the sticker, and they told me, yeah, it belongs to the ex-boat, ex-captain, here's her contact information. I'm like, cool. So I gave it to Ray.
So I Facebook stalked her, and I found her. And lo and behold, on the deck of her boat, there is that speaker, that very speaker.
And the picture is the Turtlebox in the middle. I'm like, this is the speaker. This is the guy.
So I reached out to her and she messaged me back. She said, actually, that was one of my deckhands and he would probably love to get that back.
Because Ray and I figured, once we learned how much these things are valued at, that somebody's probably looking for that speaker. Somebody probably had a bad day and a lot of heartache over losing that thing.
My name is Leo Cooper. I'm from Homer, Alaska, and I'm a commercial fisherman. During the end of last fishing season, the weather was really, really bad, but we were going to fish it anyway because we knew we could do it safely. The waves were stacking up with wind opposing current, and I took a really rogue wave, and the speaker went overboard on the skid. I thought I'd lost it forever. The only thing I took from it was at least I'm okay, but it's never fun thinking you'll never see some of your prized possessions again.
We had no idea how long that thing's been out at the sea, how long it's been sitting on the beach. We didn't know the history of that speaker. Comes to find out, it's been in the ocean for well over a month and traveled almost 70 miles to get to where it was.
I reached out to him and he was super excited and said, I really would love to get that back. He goes, oh, you're an angel, this is awesome.
The fact that she found it, pulled seaweed off, shook the mud out of it, and powered it up and connected to it, I was almost in disbelief.
Is there any other speakers that could go out to sea and last a month? I don't believe there is. I'd never seen one until we found the Turtlebox washed up on that beach. From a durability standpoint, most of my speakers that I've had in the past, if they went over the side, they'd go down to Davy Jones.
After Ray and Kevin returned my speaker, I was taken aback by the fact that this thing's not only survived the journey, but someone out of the kindness of their heart wanted to return it to the original owner.
It just seemed like the right thing to do. And I think we paid it forward, and I think we did a good thing for somebody else. And at some point you get rewarded for that, right? And I'm now connected with Leo, a friend that I'll have for life.
Turns out we're cut from the same cloth, even though we live in different places. And this speaker really brought us together, and I wouldn't have ever met them without this experience.
No adventure,